Oh my god. Finally. Hello, you guys. Hello. Sorry about that. Oh. Sorry. How is everybody tonight? What is up, everyone? Yeah, I could not get, it would not let me on. StreamYard was being so challenging, I could not get on. So, sorry. Anyways, let's call out chat. Alright, we got Rockamas here, LBS. What's up, buddy? Um, Reckless, that ASC guy. Donna McCoy, St. Nick. Let's see who else. We got John here. Lee, how are you tonight? Let's see who else is here. Magnetic, Lee, John, John Hobbs, awesome. Glad you're here. Catcom, what's going on? Shit, sorry I'm late. Rick, how you doing tonight? Mayo, how you doing? Lots of people in chat. Lots of people. If I missed anybody, I'm sorry. Not meaning to miss anybody. We got John Renee and me is here. But yes. Oh. So, my mouth hurts, you guys. It hurts. It doesn't hurt as bad as it hurt yesterday, but it does hurt. Well, I wasn't trying to make anybody worry about me, but I appreciate the concern. You told Deneen we said hello. Waiting for the storms. What storms are we talking about, Mayo? That is a fact. We do look after each other. That is a fact. Now I was gonna set my table up all nice with different stuff, but you know what? I'm gonna do that tomorrow. Tomorrow you guys will see metal that we don't normally see like normal. Mix it up some. But for now we're gonna be balling up full load. Well, we could get more snow. We haven't seen any snow yet. Good. It could. Well, I will tell you, silver did not act like we were in the middle of a war, did it? Yeah, I'm talking about all the Iran stuff. With all the stuff with Iran, and all the stuff going on in the Middle East right now. Silver should have done something a whole lot different than it did. Of course, gas prices are going up, and they're only going to go up. $84.05. Not what I was thinking it was gonna do. Not with what we've got going on over there right now. It did definitely not move. So it would normally have swung up, not down. It would not have crushed like it did. It normally would have gone up. Silver's not doing what it normally would do. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about, Nick. For it to take a $10 to $15 hit, honestly, is a lot. But if I was able to time the market better, I'd be a whole lot richer than I am. got 17 people in here right now hanging out with me. That's awesome. What's up, Stardust? Yeah, I don't mind it staying low. Link is up, you guys. I will do that. Yes, I bought some on the dip. Alright, you guys. Let's ping the dip. Ping the dip. Ping the wake up. Here we go. Let's make the bull sing, baby. Heather, how you doing? Stardust, I bought $2 dimes in this commemorative. And yesterday, I scored a 1 ounce silver bullion baddie, colorized, a silver dime, and a silver war nickel for $42. Humble, if not awake. Now we get buck dice water for your dip hand and then wake you up. Yeah, I'm awake, man. Do I have a what not addiction? Actually, for me, it's not really an addiction. It's just a platform for me to go and get medals for cheap. 'd say 85 to 90% of the time, I am a winner. The colorized dime. Bits, what's up? I don't have a colorized dime, Lee. I have a 1 ounce colorized bullion baddie bar coming. I don't have any colorized dimes. Yeah, I wish I was picking up some gold too. You got the ASC with the bell, Humble. Nice. Stack that gold. Guys, make sure you're subbing to stack that gold. A lot of great people in chat. Heather as well. You want another ping? Is that what I'm hearing? People want another ping? One more. I feel you, Mayo. I feel you. I think my first 1/10, I paid like, I don't know, $280 for my first 1/10. All my gold, I paid way, way, way under what it's valued. All my silver. Only a few things I actually have paid full price for. Most of it's been at a discount. A colorized blue nosed dime? Sure. Oh, that's awesome. Sorry, I didn't even think about it, CW. I just started on Whatnot. I thought the prices I saw were too high, so I had not bought. John, honestly, Whatnot is not where you want to buy any metals from. You're going to end up paying more than you should unless you put in, hey, Joey Brown, you got to make sure you put in the pre-bid and only put in what you'd be willing to pay for it, okay? Don't go more than that. So listen, people get in trouble on Whatnot all the time because they wait to swipe, and then when you swipe, 20 other people swipe at the same time, and then you're paying way too much for the coin or whatever you're buying. So just make sure that you put in your pre-bid if you're going to do it. I feel you, Mayo. I feel you. Like I said, most of my silver has been way, way, way under spot. Yeah, don't get stuck on a silver Naples or a, rips with Ted or anything like that, because those channels, you can see people spending $160 on a gram of silver. Those are the channels you do not want to be in. So, John, if you do want to buy on Whatnot, I can tell you the rooms that I would buy in, that I do buy in. So if you're interested, You need your $25 Goldback STG. Yeah, I know it's crazy, right? If you're interested, let me know, and I'll tell you what channels to go to of people that I trust to buy from on Whatnot. If you're willing to take that. But honestly, that's not the place you should be buying your metals. You should be buying your metals from an LCS. If you can go in, build a relationship with someone, that's the best way. But if you do meddle around with them, which is fine, I do it myself. But if you do meddle around with them, I'll tell you a couple of rooms to really focus on staying in to make sure that you get at least what they say they're going to send you. A $25 Goldback. He wasn't taught, no, so he's referencing, Rick, he's referencing not a $25 value dollar Goldback. He's talking about a one Goldback selling for $25. You do. You do. That's what he was referencing because people pay way too much for stuff over there. You will see half Goldbacks selling for $10, $12, $14. It's crazy. People just fear buying and doing that exactly what I was telling John. Not putting in a pre-bid and waiting until everybody else swiped right at the end, and then the price jumps to an absurd amount and you're stuck buying it. They are noobs. But I don't think they're noobs, but they're fear buying too. People on there, they all pay way too much for stuff. Way too much. And I can tell you this, being a person who used to sell on there. I've seen an ASC sell for $12 as well, though. You're 100% right. I got this for $130 on Whatnot. You know, so you can get deals, trust me. Now this is crazy. Now, Nick, that's only a couple dollars more than you would pay at a bullion dealer, so that's really not a super bad deal. But I don't stack Goldbacks. Because that's only $6.99 a piece. That's really not that bad of a deal. John, Donna is extremely lucky when it comes to giveaways. Donna has won so much in metal for me. It's nuts. And Nick as well. Those two have gotten quite a bit of metal from me alone. And when somebody would buy from me on Whatnot, if I knew you, you always got bonus silver and stuff like that. Definitely used to take care of my Whatnot guys. Goldbacks are a novelty. I 100% agree with you. OC Omega is stacking. What is going on? How are you doing tonight, my friend? Lee, have a great night. You're off to the mine. Yep, you'll need 1,000 of them to make an ounce. I'm not a Goldback fan. I mean, I got a Goldback sitting in an envelope over here that I've had sitting in that envelope for 6 months. I mean, I don't mind them, don't get me wrong. I just don't actively stack them, right? So, like, it's been sitting over here. Here, let me grab it. A half. Here we are. Yay! 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 Goldback for the win. W's in chat for Goldbacks. Nice. Yeah, 1/200th gold coins are pretty cool, right? Scarabs are cool, Heather. I've had a few of the scarab ones. I don't have many more. This is a heads you win, tails you win one. That one male says it's a 1/4 gram. And I got some half grammars here. I got each of these for like $12 or $16 each after shipping. I wore all these in the same room 2 days in a row. So there are deals over on Whatnot. You gotta buy in the right room. I'll get a ping in a second here, Heather. Like I got these over there. I paid $16 to $8 spends, and I landed these. I am Neil. You know, I got this, a buffalo, and 2 silver dimes. I spent $76 in his room. I got this. Over there. I'm gonna spend $28 for $7 spends plus shipping. I get really good deals over there. I just do incredibly well. I got a quarter-ounce eagle over there. I won for $62. I've done pretty well. Well, I got this here. 1 gram gold at my birthday. $90 I paid for this. So there are deals to be had. You just have to be in the right room at the right time. This whole container I'm going to show you here in a second. This whole thing. Every one of these is less than $20 on the spin. All of them. So this one. This one. This one I spent $6. 18. Like I do really well over on Whatnot, you guys. I wouldn't say to go buy your metals over there like that, but I can tell you that I get insanely good deals. I just get in at the right time, and I get really good deals. I think those got for like $23. Them at 65. It's always good to have your metals tested, no matter what. What up, Block? So this is Cook Islands. So it flips to the left instead of flips over. Give me a second. So it flips sideways. Look at that eagle. That is a sick eagle. So, that is a good question. So let me explain how that goes, John. So for me, when I'm in a Whatnot channel, okay, if I'm playing like that, and I'm playing a game that I get those kinds of wins on, okay, so I take all of the money that I accumulate towards that spin, and when I tell you guys how much I pay, that's how much I paid for the total amount in that room for that win. Here's a ping for you guys. Now, there are times where I don't win, don't get me wrong, or I pay way too much for something. So, like, this for instance, okay? I got this, a couple of silver dimes, and a couple of war nickels in this guy's room, okay? This is 90%, the 2 war nickels and the 2 silver dimes. I paid about $95 in that guy's room. Now, I think I came close to breaking even, but I don't think it was a win. So, for instance, when I say I paid $130 for this, I did. I spun 13 times in his room at $10 a spin. $169 for an ounce of silver does hurt. On one of the few rare occasions there, John, like last night, I was in a guy's room, the same guy I bought this from, and the silver dimes. I was in his room. I won a 1 ounce colorized silver bullion baddie, a silver dime, and a silver war nickel. I paid $42. And I normally have receipts for all these things, A lot of these wins that I'm showing you now, though, other than this one, which is my most recent, a lot of the wins that I showed you, I have things written down, but I don't have it like right in front of me. But I do get receipts for all these things. Silver Dragoon, what is up? Heather says, I think all of my silver has been over $100 an ounce. You mean all the silver you purchased? The ping reminds you of the beginning of a John Lennon song. What Lennon song is that? Yeah, I take the stickers off. I don't want to mark up whatever my stuff is. It's all written down. I just don't have it in front of me. And yeah, I write stuff down, but I don't keep it in a place that you would think is like on a device that no one has access to under an obscure file name. Blah, 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 blah. If I tell you any more, I gotta kill you, type of thing. Starting over. That's the name of the song, Starting Over. Never heard of it. I'm sure I have. I'm pretty into music, so Lennon did do a lot of music on his own. Stuart. You're okay, Stuart. You're right. You caught me. Darn. Now my secret's out, Stuart. You should have just, you know what? You should have just not said anything and messaged me privately instead of throwing my secret out to all the chat and YouTube that I write my stuff down on a toilet paper roll. Thanks again, man. Came out 80ish. Yeah, haven't heard of it. I'll look for it though. Whatever, Stuart. That's funny right there. Nice, Heather. Oh, my mouth is starting to hurt. I don't want to be right, wrong, what's up? Oh my god. Take some Advil, Humble. Man, it's not the Advil. Silver's at 83.79 right now. Oh, my throat's on its way back, you guys. It was bad before. It's on its way back, so. They did, and I did not go film my script today, Nick. I have a few Vicodin left over from last time. I ate one last night. I'll eat one tonight. Last night we had our Vicodin with a little apple pie. Yeah, I do. I don't really like to take pills at all, but I do know how to properly pain manage if I have to with ibuprofen and Tylenol. I don't know if you guys heard my story or not, but I took myself off the ox because they were stuffing down my throat when I had my aneurysm. What up, video stacking? Silver will not. I don't believe that it will continue to drop. I said it weeks ago that 75 was the new floor. So right now, being at 83, we're still doing really good. And let me, I want to clear something up with everybody in chat, just so you guys all know, okay? Appreciate everybody here who sends me something or offers to send me something for my daughter in particular. I just want you to know how exciting it is for her to have the support of my channel in her stacking career and journey. It is amazing that you guys do what you do for her, and I just want you all to know how much it's appreciated. Yes. So everybody who sends something for Little Humble, you guys, just so you all know, she got her own little stack going, and everything you send goes to her and her stack. But I just want you all to know how much I appreciate your support in her career, in her stacking journey. It means a lot. It really does. She loves it when the community sends her stuff. She spends whenever she gets a gift, she spends a good time just going over it, checking it out, and going through it. So well, trust me, she loves it when you guys send her stuff too. and she loves adding to her stack. Oh, my containerist log coins? Yeah. You never had kids, Heather? They're for some, they're not for others. You know? Hey, Rick, I appreciate you. And she will too, trust me. Yeah, like I said, kids are for some, they're not for others. You know? But I have 3. Oh, you guys, I gotta tell you this. I gotta tell you. Kind of exciting. So Madison comes to me the other day. She's standing in front of me. I'm getting ready to do something on YouTube. I think I'm filming a video. I have a 17, 15, and 11-year-old, all girls. See, that is the hard part, CW. So for me, I pay I pay over $1,000 a month in child support to their mom. Pretty much, I don't buy them everything they need, but for the most part, I buy them most of everything they need, covered all on my end. And I live by myself, pay all my own bills, and still add to my stack. So now you understand why I'm so proud of what I have, because it's my savings account, and it's really hard for somebody to add to their stack when they got that much going out, but I still make it happen. STG, you never know. But Skylar, my youngest, little humble, she's definitely taken to stacking. Okay, so Madison was sitting in front of me. She's telling me, she's like, Dad, I look through all my coins when I get them. And I'm like, yeah. She goes, yeah, I look for coins that are 64 or older. And I like to look at the old dates. And I'm like, why are you looking for coins that are 64 or older? And she says, well, because those are the ones that have all the special metal in them, right? And I'm like, yeah. Okay, so she's starting to show interest, right? Totally cool. So then she goes, I have a whole piggy bank full of old pennies. I like to see what the oldest penny I have is. And I'm like, so you like old pennies? And she's like, yeah, I like old pennies as well. And I'm like, awesome. So I gave her a 1901 Indian head, an BU 1943 Steely, and a couple of graded pennies, as well as a couple of other ones. And so her eyes got all big when she started seeing the date on the coins. So there is some promise with Madison's yet. There is some promise with Madison yet. I'm totally excited. STG, you're like Elon Musk. I don't know if I got my shit together as much as I just sacrificed a lot to make sure I put towards my stack. It's hard to do, trust me, but I just make sure I do it. We do a little bit, or I do a little bit. Skylar goes through all of her forms and things that she gets, and goes through them and looks at the dates and sees if she can find the country they come from. Yes. So I was in the hospital, in the ICU, healing from my aneurysm, and Whitney was in court in front of the judge getting our divorce finalized. She did not tell the judge I was in the hospital. And that's not the reason why I was there. She let the judge believe that I just did not show up to my court date. So in doing that, the judge said that she pretty much got everything she wanted. We can file for the kids on our tax returns every other term, right? The problem is there's a stipulation in there that any back child support that I owe, if I owe back child support in that fiscal year, then that means that she can claim the kids, and I don't get to. Oh, trust me, I already talked about it. I've already brought it up. Dad, there's a lot of things going on with this that is not really cool. But so after bringing it up with the judge and the lawyer, they said that unless the kids are in danger, they're not changing the parenting plan. They're not going to do anything about it. So when Madison turns 18 in 6 months, I stopped paying for her. But I have like $4,000 in back child support to pay still, because while I was healing from an aneurysm, I wasn't working. So I went 6 months at $1,800 a month paying in child support. So I owed $12,000 in a 6-month period, or close to $12,000 in a 6-month period. And I've been paying that off for the last 11 years. Yeah, I had a lawyer. I was in the hospital healing from my aneurysm when my divorce got finalized. I've been to court 3 times on an appeal for this. I just don't have any more money I can pay towards it. At this point, I'm just tired of giving lawyers money and the state money for something they're not going to do. Oh, dude, you guys, it gets way thicker than that. Okay? So, somebody who knows my children and their living situation where they were previous to the place they are now had called CPS and files a claim 3 different times and reports 3 different times on my children's living status, right? Because of my ex-wife having unsavory characters going in and out of her house. That wasn't enough for them to be considered in danger. Also, the caseworker. You guys want to know the rub on this one? Here's one that it'll blow your mind. The caseworker who dealt with the CPS cases against my ex-wife. Okay? This person went to high school with my ex-wife. So when I bring this up to CPS, want to know what I hear? It's not a conflict of interest because they have not talked to each other since high school. So every time a case was brought up, this person, being the person who worked cases in that area, gets assigned the case to my ex-wife and my kids. So I've willingly just handed people money to go and fight for this, and I've gotten nowhere multiple times. So I just, at this point, what I'm going to do is after Madison, so listen, I owe like $4,000 left, right? $4,000, that's nothing. After Madison turns 18, okay, the ticker stops on her, right? So I'm going to keep paying the same amount that I pay now after Madison turns 18. And what that's going to do is that's not going to change anything for me. It's just going to be the same old, same old. Yeah, I feel you, Stuart. So I'm going to pay the same amount for that following year. What that's going to do is all of a sudden, all my back child support is paid up in that year. Then I'm filing my kids' taxes. Then after that, Chloe get paid off in 6 months to a year after that. And then I've only got one more. So her gravy train is ending. It's ending fast. And I can't wait for the day. Can't wait for the day. Nick, I'm not getting any money from her. Listen, when I get money from her, I literally have to pay it back. She never gives me money for anything. And I drive to and from. Dude, I bought her a car 2 years ago. Because she said, what would your father do knowing that you're letting the mother of your children struggle? Right? So I bought her a fucking car. She said, if you buy me a car, I'll share the drive with you. Bitch ain't driven one fucking time to my area with my kids to drop them off for me. Not once since I bought her that fucking car. Yeah, you know. So her gravy train's ending. I'll just let the natural forces of things be what they are. Okay, I've fought this many times and I've not gotten anything other than sorry, I don't know what to tell you. This has nothing to do with the prenup, brother. Oh, dude, trust me, I know she's been lying. She didn't work for 8 years, you guys. 8 years almost. She didn't work. How do you think I feel being the father and watching all these flunkies come in and out of her house watching all these guys smack her around and watching my kids have to deal with this and me not having a foot to fucking stand on to do anything about it. Yes, that's what I'm saying. A prenup doesn't help with kids. What's up, Richard? The only prenup you can get on kids, their STG, is to go get fixed before you start seeing someone. That's the only prenup that comes when it comes to kids. No, the state will supersede anything that you have written down. Trust me, it does not matter. And you cannot, yeah, it will not hold up for anything. It will not, I guarantee it. Yeah, when it comes to child support, the state does what they want to. And in my state, they always lean towards the woman. Always, no matter what. And this is a prime example of a dad who loves his kids and would do anything for them, fighting to get them full custody, and he can't because the state is a woman favoring state, which is known to everybody that lives in Washington, knows that when it comes to these things, they favor the woman. And I'm screwed. I just come to terms with it. How you doing, Lisa? I'm cutting in and out. Am I cutting in and out, or is that just my voice, you guys? Because my voice is kind of off. Well, it doesn't matter now because they're not in a bad spot now. They're in a better spot now. The problem is, I even had CPS working for me, and they came to my house. They interviewed me, my children. They straight up said, "We want the kids to stay here with you. They can stay here with you for the next 3 weeks or so while our case is open." Blah 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 blah. That was fine. I held on to the kids for 3 weeks. Whitney texts me and says, "Bring the kids home." And it said CPS said to keep them here. She straight up said, "CPS, doesn't matter what they say when it comes to court, they can only make suggestions. I have a court order that says the children need to be brought home every Sunday. If you're in violation of that the last 3 weeks in a row, bring the children home." So yeah, I'll just let it be what it be. And when her gravy train ends, I'm gonna laugh at her fucking ass. Yeah, I know. I know it is. But it's something I've been dealing with for a long time. So, I try to be a good dad. It's not. It's not easy, guaranteed, and nobody can gauge whether you're a good parent except for your kids. Talking about my child support situation there, Richard, but it's all over. So, in a couple of months, that gravy train's gonna start ending for her. And humble stack, I can start stacking towards my sack like I should be able to. Yeah, man, it is what it is. Nothing I can control. You know, you just gotta roll with the punches. Yeah, so she comes at me one day and she goes, you know, you're lucky. And I'm like, I'm lucky. She said, yeah, because I could have taken your retirement too. And I said, bitch, I didn't fucking have retirement when we divorced. There was nothing in there. I had to milk this shit for the cars that you wrecked and all the other bullshit you put me through. So I had to milk all that just to pay off the stuff that you fucked up when we were getting the divorce, that you messed up, that I had to pay, that was in my name still. So all that's gone. You can't milk me for what I don't have. Now, when it comes to money, if I tell her, hey, I need some gas money, her first response to me always is, oh yeah, how's your YouTube channel? Oh, my YouTube channel's fine. Why? Oh, well, I saw that you had a whole bunch of this and a whole bunch of that. Well, it doesn't fucking matter what I have. That's my savings account. That's after you in the state rape all my money and take what you want to take from me. So what I have is mine. If you want to be jealous because I have stuff and you don't, so be it. I don't care. What I do know is that I'm the one that does all the driving. I'm the one that pays for all the gas. I'm the one that does everything else. You need to start giving me some damn money. I even bought you a fucking car. So she's done everything she can to take me for everything she can. So you know what? It is what it is. I can't wait. Just a matter of time. I have a separate container for my slabs because of how bulky they are. I feel you 100% there, John. My slabs do not go in my safe. Yeah, and that's the plus there, Nick, is they understand. Even my 11-year-old understands how her mom is. So They know, they understand, but it's just going to be left alone for now. It's fine. It is what it is. Little Hummel knows. Madison knows. Even Chloe, my middle daughter who doesn't talk to me, she knows. STG, my daughters could live with me now if they wanted to. Madison is almost 18. Her boyfriend lives up there, so she's not going to move down here unless she had transportation up there. And she doesn't want to get her license until she's 18, so that's going to be at least 6 to 8 months out. Skylar could move down here as well. She could. Her friends and everything else are up there. She goes to her school that she's been familiar with for years. So we've always had a problem. I've always had a problem with uprooting, and I'm not going to, at this point where we're at, I'm not going to do that to them. I'm aware, Stuart. I'm aware. So I just do what I can. I work with them. Lisa, have a great night as well. So yeah, I worked through it. I'm not complaining to you guys. I'm just kind of explaining the situation. It's just not as ideal as you would hope. But it is what it is. So riding it out, things will be a little different here this next year coming up. Just a matter of time before Madison falls off, because on November 5th of this year, I will be calling to set up to have it changed. And that's nothing that I even have to call and have Whitney involved in on a meeting. That's just me reminding them that when Madison turns 18, I don't have to pay my monthly payment for her anymore. I would. I would leave it in there only because it's the best way to protect it. And listen, I have a couple of coins that I would be willing to pay for grading. Now, I'm kind of torn on grading, okay, because grading costs money. If you can buy a coin that's already graded, that's a better way to go. If I'm looking at two different coins, raw and graded, and the graded coin's $1 more, I'm going to buy the graded coin, right? Anybody in their right mind would. Only in the sense that, it's graded, right? So it's going to get more of a premium if you do sell it, potentially. Or at least as much more towards the spot amount as possible. Now, would I ever buy graded bullion? No, it's a waste of time. Okay? But I do have a couple of coins that I would send in for grading myself. This ASE 86 first year release proof ASE. I'd send in the Carson City and a couple other ones. Okay? Have I done it yet? No, because I'm torn on spending the money on it. I like the feel on coins too. I am having a decent day right now, real great. Or real gear, sorry. Yep, opinions are that way. So that's, like I said, in my opinion, that's what I would do. But keep in mind, at the end of the day, when you're selling it to the smelter, does he care if it's graded? Nope. Does he care if it's bullion? Nope. All he cares about is purity and weight. So do what you do. I don't actively look for graded coins. I don't actively stack graded coins, even though a lot of the ASCs I have down there in that thing are graded. I don't actively go for them. I do have some. That's right, Stuart. Do what you want with your stack. Just stack. Just keep stacking. Just keep stacking. I keep throwing the StreamYard link up. If anybody wants to pop up, you guys feel free. Yes, and that's the rub, right? So when you're selling it back to your LCS, they don't care that it's slabbed, okay? But when you're buying it from your LCS, they promote that it's slabbed, right? So it's kind of a double-edged sword. For slabbed graded coins, the best way to sell it would be to another peer or collector, right? So you got two different sides of this because it's a coin, and you got the numismatic value, which you can sell to a collector, and then you got the metals value, which you can sell to a stacker. So it really depends on, like Stack That Gold just said, it depends on who you're selling it to. So if anybody wants to pop up, just click that link and I'll get you up here. And like John just said, don't clean your coins. Don't clean your coins. Hey, they're mine. I'll do whatever the hell I want with them. So the reason people say don't clean your coins is because it takes away from the numismatic value of it. Okay, but at the end of the day, if you're not looking to sell it for anything other than bullion, it doesn't matter if you clean your coins or not, because they're yours. If you like shiny silver, then make it shiny. That's right, Rick. Graded and slabbed coins are really only for collectors. Heather, let's be clear. Cats are cute and they always get a lot of views. So it's going to be hard for your coin to beat a cat video. And the fact that you got one that did is awesome. You're right, STG. It would be at that point. So, like that Carson City, the difference would be almost $1,000 depending on how good it came back, right? So that would be worth it for me to send it in for grading. This 86 proof, this is worth sending in for grading, because if it comes back at a 70 or a 69 or a 70, that's going to be high value, right? But at the end of the day, it's only going to be high value to a collector. It's not going to be high value to a smelter because you don't give a fuck. I can answer that question for you, CW. I would never. That is funny that you say that, Stuart. You're changing the direction of your channel. That's the great thing about your channel, is you can change it and make it go any direction you want. CW, the reason they don't make mouse flavored cat food, I'll tell you right now, because depending on the region, the mouse would be different flavored. So a French mouse is going to taste different than an American mouse or a Mexican mouse or a mouse down under. Can you imagine bringing an Australian mouse, French flavored mouse cat food? It would just be catastrophic. Would not be good. That's awesome, STG. So I know this thing's never left its capsule, and it's been in this thing its whole life, except for when I take it out. So the chances of it being a 70 are pretty high, at least a 69. African swallow, or is it European? Yeah, I'm sure fat content has a lot to do with flavor when it comes to mice. There can be exceptions for clean coins. Like, if it's properly cleaned, like you can send it somewhere and have it properly cleaned, and that changes the cleaning of it when it comes to the grading. '86 proof, there's only 85 and a 69. Yeah, how many are in a 70? Because that's the number I'm looking for. I'm looking for it to come back as a 70. Your beagles love rabbits? $85 and a 69. Yeah, see, that wouldn't even be worth it at that point. It's not just a 69. This is a proof deep cameo. I'm at 8 something, but yeah. There are people that have over 1,000 subs that cuss. Yeah, I don't know what numbers you're grabbing, but the numbers I was looking up are different. Give me a second. '86S American Silver Eagle PCGS PR70 Decam, $450. So $79.95 to $360. Not what I was hoping for. So that would raise the value quite a bit. It would actually quadruple it. But at this point, it was a free coin. Would it be worth me setting it in for grading if it came back high enough? But if it came back as a 69, then no. So, not worth it. Now, I looked at the Carson City. As it sits now, it's priced out at like almost $300 in the GSA. So, would it be worth it to have that graded if it came back as a 64 or 65? That would be pretty awesome because that would make the grade substantially higher, or that would make the value of it substantially higher to a collector, not to a smelter, because he don't care. 34. I was gonna say 43. I thought that's what you meant, John. You get your stuff graded to NGC, STG. So I wonder what the Carson City would come back as. Because if I compare it What, the Carson City? If I compare it to the 65, I think that the Carson City is probably going to come back as a 65 or a 64. Because with this camera, I can see the wear marks on the coin. So if the CC came back as a 64, that would be awesome. But if it came back as a 65, how sick would that be? You know, this 65, it's got some beat up wings in the back. I would say the Carson City's wings are actually in better shape. It might be a little more worn on the front though. No, understood. See, I got this, a Buffalo and 2 silver dimes for like $78 or $76 in this guy's room. I would sell this to a collector and buy gold or silver with it. I've had people offer me for this. They want this. This is a sought out coin. This is not like, it's not your regular Morgan. Because an 87 and a 65 Morgan, what does that go for? $18.87 and a 65. It was like a $200 price tag on it when I got it. We can find out right now. I'll just type in the NGC numbers really quick. Because NGC, so I can always type in the NGC numbers. And the agents, PCGS won't grade agents. Oh, that sucks. MS65. $195 for the NGC one, sold on February 18th. So $185 for the NGC one. NGC one, a great trade dollar with chop mark details. Nice. Yeah, that's the last sale was February 18th. NGC, my grade, 195.20. See, the thing with the Morgan, Carson City, and the GSA, is in the GSA because it doesn't have coin prices for GSA. And I don't know why. It should. They range anywhere between $300 to over $1,000 was a high grade. But you see them for about $3.99 on eBay. But if you go to the gray sheet, if you like a really nice Morgan, yours is in an XF45. (2006) proof Buffalo. Nice. That's the one you were going to send to me, right? Just kidding, stack that gold. STG, you already did way more than you should. That's an insanely nice Morgan, brother. Then cartwheels. Oh, your trade dollar. Nice. Stack that gold, you guys. And I'm meaning stack that gold. I'm not talking about stack that gold. Stack that frack. Get Skylar tomorrow so she's going to get her gold vial and her copper round. $18.77 S AU55. Is that a trade dollar, Catcom? Well, Sacagawea was an Indian. She was Native American, so it's kind of suiting. Although I do have some Indian head pennies if you want me to take a couple pictures of, I can for you, Heather. Yes, she will be excited. I got some really nice buffaloes too. I got a whole bag of buffaloes. Use a Cleveland Indian. Yeah, from the movie Major League. So a picture of Wild Thing out there on the mound. So yeah, Heather, if you want, I got some really nice ones I can take a picture of and send your way if you want. I got some nice buffalo nickels and some nice Indian head pennies. I need to look through my stuff and find all my copper. I got like tubes and tubes of copper that I've just been stacking and stashing. I just don't remember where I stashed it at. But I got like, it's a lot too. I'm surprised I'm missing the box. Where'd I get to find it? You got the gold sack. Okay. We got some proof ones. You just bought a quarter ounce gold pimp or a quarter gram gold pimp catcom? Quarter ounce, nice. That's a good pickup. What'd you pay for it? If you don't mind me asking. Do you get a super good deal? $12.75. Not bad. Not bad at all. Nice score. Nice score. They got a real gold half-ounce sack on TV for only $5,000. Oh my God, what a good deal. I'd rush and buy that right now. I am totally kidding. Last year was PAMP 45th anniversary. I got a silver bar and 5 grams gold with only 45 on it. Oh, with the 45 as a 45th anniversary. Nice. That was this, Nick. No safety meeting there. Me hitting the old geek bar. Yeah, $12.75 for a quarter ounce bar is not bad at all. Not bad. Alright, you guys, we're pushing 2 hours. Almost got to save his voice for tomorrow. I will see you all later. I appreciate you all stopping back by. Yeah, that is the sad thing. I'm glad we're all smart enough not to, though. I will see you all later. Oh my Rod, bro, I'm just signing off. You stopped by just to hear me say goodbye. Half-ounce gold DC coins are up to like $4,000. That's because of the collector gold value. You were just about to come on, STG? Well, dude, if you're going to come on, I can stick around for a few more. If you want to pop up, pop up. Let's go. If you're going to pop up, pop up. I'll hang out for a bit. Alright, man. Alright, so let's ping this out. And if you're running late night, bro, on Friday, if you go through StreamYard, depending on when I get back with the kiddos, I can hop on too. Pinging us out, guys. Here we go. Yeah, STG, why don't you go? Somebody want to post STG's channel in chat, and then we'll just all go over there and raid him. Oh, that's cool then, bro. Don't worry about it. Or you can set it up for dual people tomorrow and then just send me the link, email, if you want. Up to you. But I'm going to split you guys. You need time like 10 minutes? No problem. Alright, you guys, 10 minutes. SKG is going to be on. I will see you all over there. You guys have a great night. Thank you for hanging out with me. I will see you all tomorrow. STG will be streaming here in about 10 minutes or so. So make sure you guys pop on over there and say hi. I will see you all later. Nah, man, just click on his name. It'll bring you to his channel. Have a good night, you guys.